All right, everyone, here we go. It doesn't matter what your sign is. This is a straight up energy reading. This is, well, it's a reading with me, but I talked about it the other day in the energy weather update. This is the story of a girl. No, this is Saturn and Pluto and the revolution, if you will. I said I'd pull on it in relation to the soulmate cycle, and I am. You got a Five of Cups. Right there in the pre-shuffle. It's one of the cards that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle. I got someone that's got a lot of regret, resentment. They're harboring it. It's hidden, right? It's all about to come bursting out. It's all about to get said. Something about a marriage. I even said that the other day. That might happen. Somebody just doesn't care anymore about somebody's feelings that's attached to them, and they won't change. I think they make the change. I think it's a little immature, and I think they might get bit for it. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's pull ourselves a reading. All right. The card before the cuts. Why the fuck are we here? These are big energies. All right. They are huge. What's happening right now? I'm going to keep this confined to the soulmate cycle. But you could easily relate the soulmate cycle to what's going on in the world as well. All right. There's a lot of frustration building in relationships, if you will. There's a lot of it. Somebody here attached to you is tired of being unhappy, is tired of zipping their lip, is tired of what's been carpet swept, is tired of the status quo. All right, let's just see. Like I said the other day in the energy weather update, there's a higher power watching all of this right now. It's a big deal. And it is. I don't know what it is. It could be God, source, the universe, spirit, the fickle old gal energy, or again, I can't even rule out space aliens from another dimension that keep an eye on us. They're all watching, right? It feels like if it is the aliens, I love to entertain that, because my wife's in the science community, so I may or may not actually know whether they exist. But I love to entertain it because there's a lot of people here that are into that kind of thing. If it is the space aliens that are watching, if that's the higher power, it feels a little like time travel tourism. Like you'd only want to go back to when something actually happened, right? You'd only want to, like if you're a sports fan, you want to go back to the World Series. You go back to like 1986. That's the one that rings in my head. It's the one my dad fucking hated. When Bill Buckner dropped a second grade little league fucking ground ball and fucked up the World Series for the Red Sox, or the Blow Sox as he called them at the time. So, you go back to that to see it live, to see it because something happened. You want to go back to one of the boring ones, right? So the energy feels like it's here because something exciting is happening, right? You say you want a revolution kind of a thing. Well, there's something exciting happening in the soulmate cycle too, right? Why is the card before the cut here? I just don't know that the DMs in the soulmate cycle are going to handle it right. I think they're going to rush job it. And as I say that, there's my rush job right there, my half-asser, my Knight of Wands. Rushing, happy, just rolling through it. I got it. I don't need to read the instructions. I don't need to watch Steve and listen about karma and higher powers watch that kind of a thing. Okay, that's the energy that's there. I just acted it out for you. Probably Academy Award winning. I don't know. Anyway, they just pass those things out these days. All right, here we go. Why shouldn't I get one? Right there, there's the Hierophant. Somebody feels very strongly that they're doing the right thing, but they didn't read the fucking instructions, right? I'm not going to tell you the story to little girl's bike again where she ends up in the fucking ER because somebody thought they were a mechanic, right? Never mind the 9 bolts left over, Somebody feels like they're doing something very righteous, but they didn't read the instructions. They need to slow down a little bit, all right? They're bringing some karma your way. I believe it. All right, let's shuffle the deck. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you fucking find it, you're meant to find it. I'm not a time lord, but these energies are here right now. I'll tell you, there might be time lords watching us, but these energies are here right now. Saturn, Pluto in the revolution sign. I already told you when Pluto first went in, I said there's going to be protests. All kinds of hell. Bruce Springsteen's doing a whole tour based on a protest song. Guy's almost 80 or some shit like that. You gotta be kidding me. He's doing a tour at 80. I'm like, what? I have a hard time getting to the kitchen for breakfast and I'm nowhere near 80. You know, I mean, oh. Anyway, here we go. There's a lot going on right now. It's true. Oh, the kitchen's all the way over there. This guy's going on tour. I didn't play guitar yesterday because I just didn't feel like it. It's heavy. The only one I got strung right now is the Les Paul, and it's a heavy guitar. It was like 16 pounds. I don't want to lift that. Fuck it. My tour would get canceled a lot. Lots of tour dates would be canceled. Steve's Love Tarot Tour. The sun is the overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table. Underneath it is the Ace of Swords. This is good. This is your energy attached to this. You're doing things right. They're not. All right? Somebody here did something. Okay. So somebody here, let's just use an example. They're in a relationship and they break up with somebody. Okay? And they come towards you. Just catch my drift. It's just an example. So they break up with somebody and they come towards you. They did it wrong. You're doing everything right. They're bringing their wrong karma with them. I'm right on this. They're bringing it. It's a burden. 10 wands. That's why I say that. And it leaves you with a bit of a choice. A little bit. Puts you at a bit of a crossroads. Take a lofty view. All right? If you're ever at a crossroads, you're not sure what to do, stop. Don't do anything at all. Try to get as lofty a view of it as possible. Try to be neutral. Try to straddle the fence. See both sides. If you get polarized within yourself, well, I love this person, and that's all that matters, you might fuck yourself clean up the ass. Okay? And you might be like, well, Steve, I enjoy that sort of thing. That's not what I mean. All right? I don't mean it literally. All right, here we go. Well, let's see where we go here. Let's see. Let me sit back down. I'm trying to figure out which reading I want to do. I think for this energy, I'm going to do a pyramid. I think I am. Just, no. Nah, let's do it. Here's the energy around your connection. Here's the 3D energies around this person. Here's their soul. Here's the hidden energy, message from the universe, read with the energy of your connection, usually. Right, here's the potential final outcome for you. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I'll clarify whatever the fuck I think needs clarifying, which is usually all of it. So, let's see where we go here. And yeah, we're going to extend this one. Why not? You know, this is a big energy. It's a big deal. It links to Uranus and Gemini at the end of the month in April. Which, as I said in the energy weather update the other day, thankfully it's coming in with its mom. You know, it's very much a bully energy, Uranus and Gemini. We'll talk about it when we get there, but it really is. It's a bully energy. It takes us into, in the energetic storm, it takes us into the invasion phase of things. Well, I'll invade over there. I'll take that. Usually for revenge. There's some sort of revenge, sort of an aspect to it. So, you know, sort of. Anyway, that's, you know, you may see some of that in the news right now. You may be hearing things along those lines, you know. That's that energy. You know, it probably starts to take place after Uranus moves in, but fortunately it's coming in with its mom, so we should be okay for the moment. All right, so who's this fucker? Half-assing, bringing shit your way. We got a lot of fun to look forward to. For me, it's a dream. These energies are a dream to pull. I've been waiting my whole life for this. I'm a lower power watching, right? I'm with the higher power people. I wish I could go up there and sit with them. If they are the interdimensional aliens, if they could possibly save me a chair, that'd be great. I would love it. I would love it. I'll bring the snacks, okay? I will bring the fucking snacks, mother alien fuckers. All right? Right here. Energies around your soulmate connection with this person. Yeah. Queen of Wands, it's a shit ton of attraction. It's like, well, think about what we said. Somebody wanted to get happy. This sun is crossing the Knight of Wands. All they thought about was, how do I get happy? They didn't read the instructions. They didn't think. They just blow up something long term, right? Look, it's like the anti-establishment kind of thing, right? We got a lot of people out there right now that are anti-establishment, and that's why they like what's going on. I'm all for that. I grew up with hippie parents who were anti-establishment. Yes, anti-establishment is great, provided you've got a plan for the other side. You know, that's the issue. That's the problem. This person doesn't have a plan. They blew up their whole thing. They were anti their own establishment, but they didn't have any. Well, now what? You burn the house down. Now what? Right. Exactly. So that's what's going on here. That's somebody showing up who just blew up their whole world and they had no back-end plan. on it. It is what it is. That's a problem. Okay? And that's what this energy does. That's the negative side of these energies. You know, it is what it is. You can't just do things on a whim in these energies. You can't just have a thought and whatever. It can't. It comes with a price because a higher power is watching, along with me sitting next to him with all the snacks. You know, anyway. And you guys can come too. We could all go up there. I'll bring the snacks. You don't have to, it won't cost you anything. They can like beam us up and shit. It's great. Anyway, 3D energies around this person. But you see what I mean, right? I'm all for crashing parties. But you don't burn the house down too. Unless you can build another one the next day. If you can't, you just go to jail. You just fucked up. Right? That kind of a thing. This person here burned down their whole world without a back-end plan. They just wanted to get happy. They didn't read the instructions. All because they're very attracted to you. Your energy is... I don't want to call it a venom because that seems toxic, but it is. It's sort of a... It's almost like a spell. Your energy behaves like a spell on this person, whoever they are. 3D energies around them, the Knight of Cups. You see what I'm saying? All of a sudden, they're Mr. or Mrs. fucking Swan in love, right? All right. What's their soul? I mean, what are they doing? They're coming towards you. I just said, they're obsessed almost. It's not, don't look at the venom as poison. It's not toxic. It's not a devil energy. It's like you put a spell on them. And they blew up their whole world without a back-end plan. And that's I think why the higher powers are watching. That's why I think it's watching the world and what's going on out there. And that's why I think it's watching the soulmate cycle right now too. Because there's a whole lot of, okay, we did it. What did we do? You know, now what? You know, hell if I know, right? That kind of a thing. Somebody here doesn't know what the hell they're doing. What's red with the attraction to you? Judgment. A higher power is watching. This is all brought to you by a higher power. This is, I always tell you, this is God's source, the universe itself. It doesn't come out for a bang in a bar parking lot, right? I mean, it's like you put a spell on their soul. Here they come. Here comes the swan zombie with a cup. I mean, it's unreal. Randomly at the bottom of the witches that we're going to clarify with is an Ace of Cups, and it's flowing. It is flowing, right? Looks like they just drank a 12-pack and had to go in the bushes. I mean, seriously, they got 4 streams coming out of one dick chakra. Right here. I mean, it just the way it flows here. It's higher power. Driving their attraction for you, making them tear down things and go crazy. It's almost making them fuck up on purpose so that everybody learns a lesson. And that's what most energy readers think is going on right now with the higher power, right? Fuck up on purpose so everybody learns a lesson. And the soulmate cycle is no different. I think the DMs have a lesson to learn. It's at the expense of the DFs, though. That's what I don't like about it, right? It's at the expense of the DF side, who is, and the universe admits, you're doing everything right. You're not putting 10 swords and things. That would just take 1 sword to kill it. You're doing fine. This energy coming in puts you in a bit of a bind. It really does. And sometimes that's the way things go. That's why you got to keep your empathy levels up. That's all. You can help the situation, but you won't help it by crying. Okay? It's fine. Although I'd like to sometimes. Right here, I'll tell you what. The energies around, I feel like I want to talk more about your soul connection. It won't let me say what the universe wants to tell you. It's more of the energies around your connection. Justice. Yeah, they have to come towards you. It's necessary. It's what I said around this card. I don't know what I said. Rewind. But it's that whole, it has to happen this way. You have to come across like a drug to this person so that a lesson can be learned. All right? I don't know what it is, but you're being tasked. You're the judge here a little bit. So keep your empathy intact. What's your potential final outcome? Red with the Knight of Cups. The 4 of Pentacles. What I said to you the other day, was it the full moon reading? Where I said keep your mouth shut or something? Didn't I say as little as possible somewhere? I don't remember where I said that. I said it somewhere. If I didn't and I dreamt it, I'm sorry. You know, everybody and their grandmother's been asking me for energetic advice lately. I got friends I haven't heard from. I got acquaintances I haven't heard from. One since 1997. Looking for like information. What do you think is happening, Steve? You know, that kind of a thing. I'll tell you exactly what's happening. You know, I can't do it out here on YouTube because it's too big boy, big girl. But I can give you a little bit. I gave you a little bit of what's happening here. You know, it's a miser energy. Again, it's this whole, you be wise to hold your cards close to the vest. Let this play out. Let this person make their move first. Then you make then you make a move. I want you to play chess, not checkers. You follow? Okay? I mean, they're playing checkers. Plain and simple. So you don't want to play that game. All right, let's go. Let's pull on the attraction, the Queen of Wands. Again, wow. A 12-pack piss in the bushes. I'm telling you right now. Here we go. Attraction. Queen of Wands. How's it here? I'm not kidding about the energies watching. I can't say, I mean, I joke about snacks with aliens, but I can't rule it out. Because, you know, again, it does. It has that vibe to it. Like the crowds flowing in. It's like I got a friend. She works at the aquarium of the Pacific down in Long Beach here in Southern California. And she's, you know, she does, and they have this thing where the crowds will start to fill in as things start to happen. You know, or things happen around. It has that kind of feeling. Like people are coming in and sitting down and stuff like that. It just has that, you know, okay, I hope the SEALs perform, you know, kind of a thing like that. I hope these little fuckers do their job, you know, that sort of a thing. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It has a vibe like we're some sort of time travel destination right now. And it explains why I did a lot of prophecies about right now, about 25 years ago, or 26 at this point, back in 2000. Anyway, it's part of the reason I'm hearing from some of those old people from a while ago. You know, they were around in my life at that time. And a lot of what I said, one person wrote it all down. A lot of what I said is spot on. You know, I mean, it is what it is. It was only the Simpsons that predicted what's his name, though. You know, so, I mean, at the end of the day. But, you know, other than that, everything else I got right. 2 of Cups, crossing the Queen of Wands. Yeah. Look, you're a spell, you're a drug, you're something. Okay, it's 2 soulmates coming together. They are. The black cat and the white cat about to have a conversation. This is a big deal, you guys. This is a big deal. This is a powerful connection. It's being driven by a higher power right now. Right? God, source, the universe, aliens with snacks have borrowed your car. Right? It's being driven by a higher power. All right, what's on top? 10 Pentacles. Oh, that's interesting. Why is that here? Before I open my mouth. I knew it. What's the bridge? I knew it. Justice. It had to come out. It had to. Had to, motherfuckers. And I say motherfuckers with love. Don't you worry. And look at that. I accidentally revealed the Queen of Cups. They're consumed with you right now. Whatever this is. And we'll find out more when we get here. We'll find out why when we get here. But this Justice card is very important because it flows. These 2 are read together. These 2 are basically the same. So we've got 2 Justices. So you're providing a lesson for this person and they're providing something you want from them. You're each getting justice in your own way. You would be wise to let them play their hand first. Okay? All right? Always let somebody else go first. Generally speaking, even in a fight situation, right? The person who throws the first punch is generally the loser. Okay? 9 times out of 10. Any good karate teacher will teach you that. Anybody will. Don't throw the first punch. Don't do it. You leave yourself vulnerable, and they get to see what kind of style you're working with. Not good. All right, just if you both end up standing there and there's no fight, then great. Nobody go to jail that day. Cavity searches are not fun. All right, here we go. Knight of Cups. Why is that here? So you each get justice. You be wise to let them play their hand first. Make their move first. Here we go. Take a defensive stance, not an offensive stance. Right? We talked in a recent 3 card about Tang Soo Do. It's a strong defensive stance, martial art. You've seen Tang Soo Do or Mudok Kwan, one of the disciplines of Taekwondo, the 9 schools that came together to form Taekwondo. You've seen all that a lot if you ever watched the Power Rangers when you were a kid, right? They had that. They would do something with their, and then they take a big long stance with their legs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's all that shit. Those are all those kinds of taekwondo moves and Tang Soo Do mostly, Mudok Kwan school of taekwondo. The long stance. See where we're at. So be the Power Ranger, right? Keeps your opponent away from you. You can watch them and see what the fuck they're gonna do. And then kick their ass. There you go. That's the Knight of Cups. Why is it here? All right, now that I've taught you some basic self-defense, you've got just spying. Why is it spying? Why is the environmental energy spying? After a long time of watching you, somebody thinks they figured you out and they're going to come in. They haven't, but they think they have because of this, because of the snack-eating aliens, right? They think, hey, I brought good snacks. We're having a good laugh at this person. they think they got Steve Mueller figured out. Here, pass me those Cheetos. Okay, here we go. What's on top? Here they come. I'm not playing with you. It's a chariot, right? Oh, man. I think I'm going to make me some over-under bets with the aliens, right? I think I will. I think I'll make an over-under bet here. Why is that here? The Wheel of Fortune. And what's the bridge? The King of Pentacles. Their move, I'll just spoiler alert this. Their move is to show you that they've got their shit together. And by the sheer fact of them trying to show you that they have their shit together, you figure out very quickly that they don't. Okay? It is what it is. All right. Yeah, somebody thinks you can change. Somebody's intoxicated with you and thinks you can change their life, or thinks you. If it's not it feels like attraction, but it could just be they're attracted to you because you've got a piece of information that they think they know, that they think you got wrong, that they think they can correct you on. I can put it that way too. Okay? Somebody wants to come out looking like a king here. They're not. They're not gonna. It's not gonna go the way they think it's gonna go. It isn't. All right. You're sitting here in a defensive stance like a fucking Power Ranger. You really know what you're doing. You're doing things right. You have training. You, in this stance, can see that the other person is fronting. They watched the intro to Hong Kong Phooey and a couple of fucking Chuck Norris movies, and they think they got all the moves, and they don't. Right? It's like what Chuck Norris once said about David Carradine, right? Who was always in his, the kung fu guy. Chuck Norris said, David Carradine's karate is about as good as my acting. It's about that. Well, same applies here. In this case, you're Chuck. All right? God bless him. God rest his soul. Here we go. Judgment. Tell me about the higher power. Now we're going to peek in. What are we snacking on, me and the aliens? The Queen of Cups. Nothing but, it's my desert queen, but it's sort of a nothing but you. Right? No other, they're focused on no one else. Their love beam is focused on no one else but you. What's on top? The Hermit. Yeah. A higher power is controlling their soul, controlling what they feel, controlling what their soul tells them to do. They're like a fucking Swan Knight of Cups zombie. Okay? Why is that? The Six of Swords. It's effortless for the 5D to control the 3D. But I think to this person, this may be somebody who ran, okay? It can be. Let's say it is, because it'll be easier to explain. This is somebody who ran. And in readings, often we see that it's difficult for them to come in and talk to you. It's really hard for them. They don't like to be vulnerable. It's easy for them right now. The universe is making it easy. It's a no-brainer. It's like you're the most beautiful person they've ever seen, and you're just walking around with your pants off. It's like taking candy from a baby. It's easy for them to approach you. They feel like they have to. They feel like if they don't, they'll kick themselves later. Whatever the universe is doing here, it's working. I will tell you that. All right. They're eating all my snacks, but it's worth it. All right. Justice. Why is it here? I don't mind bringing the snacks up with the, overseeing aliens. I really don't. I don't mind bringing the snacks up. I think it's a little rude that they sent me out for more. That's all. I just think, I realize I'm lower vibration. I get it. send the new guy to the store, but I'm just saying. It's a little demeaning. That's all. Okay. Justice. Why is it here? Yeah. They get justice. You get justice. I get justice too. Here we go. What do we get? I don't know. Liberation. You get justice. You're liberating yourself. Where is it? I felt it. I did. Look at that. 10 swords. Underneath that is the 3 of wands. Don't apply too much force. Right? Don't. It's what I told you in this energy that I'm pulling on came in for the general weather update reading. And I said, don't put 10 swords in something that can be killed with 1. You are doing it right. I know, because there's the 1 right there. And your energy's attached to this. This person showing up provides a burden because they haven't. This person shows up having put 10 swords in someone that could have been killed with 1. They want to move in a new direction with them, but you got to decide if you want to move in a direction with them. Right? This is somebody here with a lot of... There's disappointment again. There's the King of Wands, Burger King. A lot of karmic debt. I don't even want to go there with that. It's not even karmic debt. It's just, there's a lot of baggage. Can I put it that way? What's on top? Baggage. Right? Hello. There's a lot of baggage. 10 wands. You don't even care what it is. Just look at the picture. Right? This person shows up, and again, it showed up here for you as well. 10 wands. I don't know. 10 wands. 10 wands. I don't know why I'm your second favorite. I have no idea. Is it because of my snacks? Is that why I'm second favorite? All right. Fine. All right. Here we go. 10 wands. Why is that here? 8 of pentacles. What's the bridge? The lovers. You get what you want. I don't understand why it's... I don't think there's anything bad here. I actually think it ends well. I think the play is to hold back and let this person make their move. And then I think metaphorically, anyway, you kick their ass. I really do. Well, I have left and right 2 soulmates coming together. It's almost perfect in the way it happens because this card is read with justice. This card also bookends justice. See what I'm saying? It's perfect the way it happens. Try not to overthink it. Try not to let the burden slow you down. In fact, this is telling you to ignore the burden. Just let it play out. Take Steve's advice here. It's good advice. It's good advice. People will always show you who they are. Whether it's this situation of someone showing up or in a confrontation, somebody getting in your face in a bar or out on the street some night. Let them show you who they are. People who can do things rarely front. In other words, someone who's actually going to do you harm isn't going to front it first, isn't going to telegraph it first. It's somebody just trying to intimidate in those types of situations, generally speaking. And this is the same thing here. Let this person talk. They're going to proclaim all kinds of things about how great you are and how they feel. It's going to show you. You're going to see the higher power. You're going to get to see why this is a good thing for you. You're going to get to see for once why you love this person. And if that's something you're unclear about, whoever this is, it could be a family member, a friend. I don't have a lot of banging here. It could be banging. It might not be. I don't know. Whatever it is, friend, it's a powerful soulmate. I had 2 cups and I got 2 justices here and a fucking lovers. I mean, it's awesome. It's fabulous. But you'll get to see why you love them. All right. Is what it is. Always let people show you who they are. It's very liberating for you. The energy around this person showing up is liberating for you. As this is attached to them, they've done it wrong. So I'm giving you the advice, and I gave it to you the other day of if you can kill it with 1 sword, just kill it with 1 sword, or these powers that are watching are going to slap some karma back down on you. I think I gave you an example about neighbors or something like that. I don't remember. I hope I did. Just, is what it is. Just try to ignore the burden that this person brings. What burden might it be? Well, they put 10 swords in a spouse, let's say, when it could have been just 1. They were insulting. Now that spouse is pissed and it wants revenge, right? They didn't. It's a case of the DMs not taking the long view, right? Yeah, I want to get rid of that. But if I do that, this happens, right? They didn't consider all those thises. And now it's been made your problem. All right? That's basically what's going on. All right, let's see where we go. It's what I said earlier. I'm all about anti-establishment. I myself don't particularly care for the establishment. But you got to have a plan of what to do when you get rid of it. Otherwise, everybody gets fucked. Otherwise, it falls on everybody's head. And it all goes to chaos. Same thing in relationships. Same thing in what's happening here. Now, you got a person showing up that you wanted to talk to, and an angry spouse attached to them, or an angry something, or an angry energy, an angry alien who ran out of snacks because I refused to get more. I don't know. 4 of Pentacles. Final outcome for you. What is it? 9 Swords. It's the environmental energy. And the 4 of Cups. What else? The 7 of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. Interesting. That's the Queen of Truth, bookending anxiety. Try and spot the lies. Okay? You don't have time for lies. Try and what you're looking for with this person, well, it applies. My fighting analogy applies too. You're looking for, in a fighting analogy, if you're keeping them at a distance, you want to see what they're going to do, let them throw the first punch. You want to see, I said, what kind of style they're fighting in. If you study one martial art, you should study a whole bunch of different styles so that you know what the flaws in each of those styles are so that you can defeat them. Otherwise, all you know is your style. And, it's somebody else will know the flaws in it. So you should learn a bunch of stuff. That's why people like Chuck Norris to have like black belts in all sorts of fucking things, right? And they study even ones that they don't have black belts in. That said, same thing here. What you're looking for is the flaws in what this person's saying. You don't have time for the lies. You can sort them out. You need to separate the wheat from the chaff, in other words. Okay? What's on top? The Knight of Wands. Yep. You can see very quickly that somebody hasn't planned ahead, hasn't taken the long view. You will notice that as you hang back, that someone hasn't taken the long view. And why is that here? The Ace of Wands. And what's the bridge? The 5 of Wands. I could do like who was it? Jesse Cochran or somebody like that? Johnny Cochran. That's it. I could do like a Johnny Cochran rhyme here, right? Don't fight till the time is right. That kind of a thing. I mean, I don't know. It's a bit of that. It is a bit of that. Somebody's coming in hot. I think there's very little wrong with it for you. I think it is what it is. Pick your battles here. All right? You can separate. You'll have the ability to separate the lies from the truth and what this person's saying. And down the middle, you'll spot why you love this person. You'll just sit there. Right? There's the Knight of Pentacles and there's the Ace of Pentacles. You'll realize you're getting something you've wanted for a long time and you're seeing it in a clear light. You're seeing exactly why you love it. What you do with it from there is completely up to you. Okay? But at least you're making your decision from a lofty perspective. You have perspective, which is valuable. You will not have perspective. Let me back up. If you're defensive, anxious, edgy, quick to fight, right? I got nothing else to say. I mean, just again, the advice here. You get exactly what you want, provided you observe it. And you're not defensive and you're not quick to jump. Don't fall into the trap that they fell into. You can. The opportunity is still there for you to put 10 swords in things and do it wrong that would have required just 1. It looks like you're not, but you shouldn't be because I gave you the advice not to do that. It's more advice on just being cool. If you want to survive any of these energies right now, be cool. That's all you got to do. All right, let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Same applies to people out in the world. If they're going, it's like I said the other day, if they're going to protest, fine. But make damn sure there's no violence. If there is, you're just giving ammo to the people you're protesting against, and they're very good at planting seeds of doubt. What the kids might call fake newsing things. Right? They're very good at it. And it works. It's a tactic that's worked for thousands of years. Right? Is what it is. All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at. Be cool in this energy. Play your cards right. 1 sword will do. This person will show you. I think the beauty here is you see why you care about this person, whoever it is. Why it's worth having them in your life. And I think you do let them in. I see it here with the Justice and the two soulmates coming together. I really do. Emperor, Two of Wands, Chariot, and the Five of Wands. These are rare. Two of Wands is crossed by Five of Wands. I got to see what's under it because it's a weak card. Queen of Cups and the Empress wanted to show itself. You're better than this. I'm just going to say this. And everybody's equal. Let's just get the Buddhist principle out of the way here. But we're just talking us gals here, right? Real talk, okay? You're better than this person. You on a high level, you're higher vibration. And I don't mean it that, again, we covered the Buddhist principle. Everybody's equal. We're all the same. Got it. Good. You're better than this fucking person. I'll phrase it this way then. You're better than this motherfucker. You are. You have to remember that they need you. They need you to get back on the journey in this soulmate cycle. They're stuck. So, again, keep that in mind. Do everything from a point of empathy here, for sure. All right. I've got a King of Swords that wants to reveal itself there. Anytime you forget that or you engage in this shit, right, and you bypass this shit. Bypassing these two, the Queen of Cups, the most love I could pull from the deck, and the Empress, the most empathy, leaves you with Five Swords. It leaves you with a false victory. So again, I think you're just getting this energy because it might be hard-pressed for you to figure out. Maybe you see why you love this person. You're like, why it might not be good for you to continue a journey with them. I mean, that is possible. But I think from the way the energy flows, it behooves you to at least ride with this person to the next stop. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. I think there's something in that for you. I'll dig into that a little bit in the extended. I'll see. There's a reason there's two justices here. Okay, judgment don't come out for a bang in a bar parking lot. And two justices, we're not in a bar parking lot anymore. All right, we're maybe a Bobby Rubino's Place for Ribs parking lot, which, by the way, is closed down now. I'm very upset. But anyway, it was a chain of restaurants in South Florida, or Florida in general. Anyway, that said, it's a joke only Florida people will get. Okay, there you go. Anyway, that's your reading, I hope. It behooves you to ride with this person is my point. Two justices here. It definitely does. At least for a little bit. Again, it's all about wait and see. It's all about taking that stance and letting it, just seeing what they're going to do, seeing what the flaws are in what they're doing, right? And what they're saying, finding the lies. That being said, make short-range plans with this and go with it. And when you feel like it's time to get off the chariot with this person, then get off. But make sure it's almost like you're getting a chance to get one more thing out of whatever this connection is. Okay? There's one more thing that'll help you with, it feels very big. It feels like the rest of your life. So it might be worth entertaining at the very least. All right? That's your reading. Good luck.